We are in Cozumel, Mexico, and this is the first port that we came on from a cruise from Galveston, and we'll be going around the Caribbean and going up through to Fort Lauderdale.
That is correct.
What do people need to know about the port of Cozumel?
There are a lot of bars and restaurants.
Oh my goodness, and it's big, and you're going to have a lot of boats here potentially. I know that while we've been in town today, we've had at least 6 boats here.
Yeah.
When I say boats, I mean ships.
Two or three Carnival, our Princess.
There was a Celebrity this morning.
Yeah.
So
maybe, what is it, NCL, Norwegian Cruise Line?
Yeah. So it's a busy port. And what I think you need to know, you're going to get off your ship and you're going to come into a huge port complex. The port complex has got just every kind of, if you can think of Caribbean big box or cruise port big box store, you've got Vicari Loja, the Del Sol, the Diamonds International, all of that right here in the cruise port complex. And it's going to feel like you can't get out of here, that this is sort of all of Mexico right in this little neighborhood, that it's not. You're going to have to get out and walk and find an opening. And there really is an opening to get out of the complex and get into the town. But even when you leave the complex, you're not really in town. You're got about 4 kilometers away from the city center.
Yeah. I mean, I would say this area, when you first get off, first of all, it's a pretty long walk, so just sort of steel yourself. You've got a little bit of a walk. There are some little, you can hire a guy on a bicycle with kind of like a rickshaw kind of setup. He can ride you to the boat and back, but it's a pretty good walk. The shop area, it's definitely shops owned by the cruise lines, I would say, So your basic, not made in Mexico stuff, although some of it's designed to look like it's in Mexico. It's really not. But it is kind of what it is, and you definitely have some Mexican food, some
tequila,
beer.
Jello shots.
Yeah.
If you would like to come be a tourist, this is the perfect destination to be a tourist.
If you want to get away from that a little bit, you have to walk into town.
Yeah, you're going to need to get out of the cruise port area. Most of your excursions are going to start from here, though. So even if you did a DIY excursion, it's probably going to start here or close to here.
Yeah. Where you went snorkeling today, and where did you have to pick that up?
So I did have to walk. I walked out of the cruise port area, so out of the Puerta Maya area, walked across the street, down the road a little bit, took a left, walked down the road. 7-Eleven is your key sign. Go towards the 7-Eleven and you're going to get to the Mayan Village. Mayan Village is another big place for pickup. Along the way, you're going to see lots and lots of vendors, and they will take you anywhere you think you want to go. Cozumel has a really huge cruise port, so it's easy to kind of get a little turned around. You'll want to find out beforehand exactly which port you're going to be at. We are at the Mayan cruise port, which is known as Puerta Maya. If you are looking for an American tourist experience in Mexico, Cozumel just may be your place. This used to be a small town. It now serves, look at this, up to 5, maybe 6 cruise ships in a day. Regardless of which ship you're on, your dock experience will probably be rather lengthy. They do have these, as Jonathan said, rickshaw or bicycle-driven tricycles that you can rent and will take you from your ship all the way to the duty-free shop. Most people go through the duty-free shop in order to get out to the main port area, mostly because it's air-conditioned. There's also shopping in there. You don't have to go through the duty-free shop, but you're certainly led in that direction. This port is really designed for shopping, eating, and drinking. So you'll go through the duty-free shop and you can't even get to your cruise ship excursions until you've passed that. And then your cruise ship excursions will all meet inside the main port area. So as you come into the actual port, you're going to need to get your backpack checked. They're just looking for fruits and vegetables, so make sure you're not bringing anything off the boat with you. And then once you get here, you've got a little bit of like a palapa village. All of your basic bars. The Hollywood Cantina, Three Amigos. You've got Margaritaville. It is all here in Cozumel. And there's more shops. I'm gonna warn you, these are not local shops. So this is not probably where we would go. But if you are looking for quick souvenirs or jewelry by the bundle, I guess this is your place.
But you are forced through this area. And once you get to the main entrance, then you exit the port.
So these are your landmarks. To get out of the terminal shopping area, you're going to have to walk around through all of the shops and then come down through the long palapas. No matter what, you're going to find a way to get around, whether you're walking, taking a horse-drawn carriage, a taxi, a minivan, or a private tour. You're going to have no problem finding somebody who wants to give you a ride.
And if you don't have a tour and are looking for something to do, you will have tour providers right here waiting to help you.
So this is Mayan Plaza, and it's another shopping center with some bars and restaurants. But this is also my meeting place.
With all of these cruise ships in town, you can imagine traffic was pretty bad. You need to keep that in mind if you're planning to go anywhere around the island. You need to make sure you've got time to get back before your cruise departs. Join us on our Eat, Stay, Play channel, where we have a full video of the snorkeling tour I did. This is one of our must-dos in Cozumel. You've got great snorkeling and water sports. Join us for that video on the Eat, Stay, Play channel. We'll show you how we booked it and what we saw. Tequila and mezcal are specific to Cozumel, and you can find places here to learn about the making of it. You can also do a chocolate experience, and I see a lot of people here using Mexico as their pharmacy. Many of the drugs you need a prescription for at home, you can get over the counter here. Just because you can get them over the counter doesn't necessarily mean that they're less expensive.
There is such a festive attitude around here. When you can get your vendors dancing, that's a good thing. Cozumel is in the Mexican state of Quintana Roo, and so you'll see that as QTA Roo or just Quintana Roo, and that just tells you the state that it's in. And that state comprises Tulum, Puerta Maya, Isla Mujeres. It's this eastern side of the country along the Caribbean Sea.
I imagine that a lot of people are going to spend much of their time in port in this small port village. And if Cozumel is your souvenir stop, there's a lot here that's souvenir worthy, whether it's the mezcal, tequila, Mexican chocolate, or Mexican vanilla, or just t-shirts. This is a great souvenir stop. But we would challenge you to come to Cozumel for more than drinking and shopping. Come to Cozumel for the nature, the culture, and the beauty outside of the port.